Both inside the community and outside of it, there are people who try to get you to feel shame over certain things. I'm Falcon, and today on GameRanks, 10 things gamers should never be ashamed of. Number 10, having an obnoxious game or console collection. Now, as gaming becomes more of a hard drive thing than a bookshelf thing, these collections are turning into more of a nostalgia type thing, which there's nothing wrong with. This is what you're interested in, and you should be happy that you have done that. You've spent time on something you like. If you like having the physical collection, that is good. The fact you've been able to do it is an expression of what we all kind of hope the world is about. Life should be about enjoyment, and if you enjoy collecting, that's perfectly fine. I mean, there are ways to do it that are not cool to other people. You can act like an elitist. You can pretend you're better than people for having a collection, but I don't think most people do that. Your collection is something personal to you, and I hope that you feel good about it. Number 9, playing video games on Friday nights. A popular insult to say someone might be a loser is to imply that they may not have plans or friends or anything to do on Friday night. Instead, they just stay home playing games. That's not something to feel shame about. For one, staying home and playing games doesn't mean you don't have any friends. You might have friends online, you might have friends that come over, and if you don't have friends or don't have friends that want to hang out on Friday, that's not a problem. After a week of doing things for other people, doing something for yourself is healthy. It's not like we get to spend all of our time in this world just on stuff that we like. And if Friday night is when you have time to do something that you like, it's the right time to do it. But don't you like going out on Friday? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Some people don't. I don't. The most I like to do is go out to a restaurant, eat food, and then come home and play video games. Nothing wrong with that. Number 8, waiting for video game sales or just not buying a game at launch. Some people feel shame over being the last to play a hot new game, but that's just, it's not good. And it's not your fault because you're oftentimes marketed to in a manner that acts like all the cool people get things first.
Haven't you heard? Call of Duty is going back to World War II, baby. We gotta get the guys back together.
That's how they get people to buy everything at once before a real reputation for the game can be built, as opposed to hype. And that's not to imply people that buy games on the first day have like fallen for hype or anything. It's certainly okay to be excited about things, but not everybody can afford it or has the time to play everything the day it's out. These people are not wrong for that. If you gotta wait for a game to be cheaper, or you need to finish another game, or you've just had too much work lately, there's a lot of good reasons. Don't feel bad. Number 7 is not being able to get past the first boss right away, or, just generally not being good. The whole get good thing, well, it depends on a lot of the same stuff we were talking about in the last one. A, being able to keep up with all the various game releases, and B, having the time to put into these games. A lot of people both want to and or have to play games just for fun. Now, that's not to discourage anyone from trying to gain skill in a game. In fact, sometimes that is the fun of the game itself. But sometimes, and for some people, it's really not. If you're not somebody who's amazing at games, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be enjoying them. Again, at its core, this is supposed to be about fun, and I know there are a lot of people who are very deeply invested in it, but we're not all in an esports league, and a lot of us don't want to be. Number 6, being a mobile gamer. Now, mobile gaming has its own slew of problems that are exclusive specifically to it, but just playing games on a phone is not something that people should look down on you for. I'm not saying there's nobody out there who will look down on you for it. I'll tell you this right now, as somebody who does lists of the best games of the month for this, I've seen it. But I'll say this right now, I'm with you. I actually like quite a few mobile games. I don't love their business model, but that's not on me. Enjoying things is actually the good part of life, so nothing to be ashamed about. And on to number 5, we actually have to address something else. Being a jerk to your friends in games sometimes.
Whoa!
Like, the last few have been things that your position kind of forces you into, but this one is you directly not being great. And there's a reason why you shouldn't be ashamed about it. We all get frustrated. We all argue. We all don't act perfect all the time. In fact, it's pretty easy to act petty about things. Somebody's been getting on your nerves today, you wait until they come up behind you in the rearview mirror and you maybe run them over with whatever you're driving in Grand Theft Auto. Maybe. I mean, there's much worse things you could do. It's not nice to be a jerk, but nobody's perfect either. As long as when it comes down to it, you would be good to your friends in a real situation, I think you're good. Number 4, playing World of Warcraft. And no, I don't mean to say like it's inherently bad, but I am gonna say that it's pretty old at this point. There are some people who do look down on other people for still playing this game, but it's fine. Everybody likes what everybody likes, right? It may not be World of Warcraft, it could be Command and Conquer Red Alert. Oh yeah, that one's pretty old. Maybe somebody still fires it up. Old habits die hard, right? It's fine, enjoy the glory days. I mean, don't get too stuck in them, but don't be ashamed of it. Number 3, admitting you're a gamer. Now, there's a lot of different stigmas surrounding gamer, but there's a very specific one I would like to bring up. If you're with somebody and you feel like you can't say you're a gamer, that's you hiding part of what you do and therefore part of yourself to somebody you're with. And it may not even be that. It may be that you want to be with somebody, but you're afraid what they will think if they find out you're a gamer. Or it may not even be romantic. Maybe it's just somebody you want to be a friend with, but maybe they won't like that you play video games. I mean, there are people that don't like that, and more power to them. It's fine for people not to like stuff like that. It can be an intense hobby, I get that, but it's no reason to be ashamed. We should want people to like us for who we are, and part of that includes what we do with our free time and what we enjoy. So don't feel shame for this. Number 2 is playing one game every year, either the newest COD or FIFA or, whatever. Just one game. This goes way back to the time thing that we talked about, sometimes the money thing. You'll often find parents playing like FIFA all the time. I've got this one thing, I really like doing it, and I do this exact thing when I have the time to. Or you maybe just only like that game. Like, you don't want to go messing around with other stuff out there, and that's fine too. People have a lot of reasons for liking the things that they like, and ultimately shaming people for not playing more than one video game a year is kind of a weird thing to do anyway, so don't feel too bad for it, okay? And finally, number 1 is having more friends on PSN or XBL or Steam or whatever you do than you do in real life. And here's the specific reason why I want to say that's fine. Because friends are friends. Doesn't matter if you hang out in the same room or you talk to people over a network. They're people that you know, that you talk to, that you like, and they like you back. And that's what a friend is. There's a ton of gatekeeping in the world, some of it okay, some of it not so much. This falls under the latter category. There is no good reason to be like, that person that you know on the internet, not really your friend. I mean, that's just basically shitty, honestly. So if you have more friends online, it's because you found more people that you like online, and that's good. What's something that you realize there is no good reason for you to feel ashamed about as a gamer? Leave it in the comments, and if you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now would be a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week, and the best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. As always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at Falcon the Hero, and we'll see you next time right here on GameRanks.